Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 24 hours for the day of 1327 for the 12th of October. Not that many Frontline Changes today. Mostly is regarding the Pokrovsk breakout zone. But first thing first, we go to Toske over the Lyman front. Ukrainian mapping Deep State UA has considered that they have lost more positions in the southeast of Toske. So they have mapped that the Russian forces have taken this chunk of the forest. They still refuse to map that they have lost the southern part of Toske. So they still claim that this area here is gray zone. They refuse to concede because once concede means Toske is under Russian control, which they refuse to concede unless they have no choice where the front line have moved too far. So there's the front line change here. The advance is at least 1.2 kilometers. This is a Ukrainian disclaim. So after this, the next front line change is over at Novomakove. So over in the Bakhmut front, this is Bakhmut. Over in the Novomakove, geolocation of Russian forces over on this tree line confirms the Russians advance in this sector here. So the Russians have started some offensive in this region here, moving in the direction of Novomakove. The advance is not that much. It's probably 200-300 meters. We shall see how this goes. The front line here is still a bit vague. It's a straight line, but of course, arguably, there could be Russian forces already on this tree line here after so long. So we shall see how this goes. After this, we jump straight into the mouth of the beast, which is the beast is also a rabbit. Where the rabbit is over here, which looks nothing like a rabbit now. I don't even know what is this. Anyway, the first one is over at Novopalivka. So Novopalivka is actually here. This is one of the three Novopalivkas around Pokrovsk front. So I have no idea, when they actually say Novopalivka, I'm actually not entirely sure which Novopalivka they mentioned. But anyway, Ukrainian mapping have updated to show that they have control over on this sector. This area here, they actually is mapped as under Ukrainian control, under Ukrainian mapping, but they have never acknowledged Russians were there. They totally did not aware of certain geolocations. So so this is what it is. A bit weird that the Ukrainians have taken this sector here of the front line in our mapping. So this is a small change. The advance is probably 200-300 meters. We shall continue to wait and see how this develops. The entire Pokrovsk region is just full of a mess. It's just so messy. Ukrainian mapping is just like abstract art. Over at Kusheriv, Ukrainians have mapped. They actually mapped that the Russian forces captured Kusheriv here, which is the interesting thing because of the geolocation that I've noted about over here yesterday. But they also they cannot let the Russians have the win. So they claim that this area here is under Ukrainian control, as well as this sector here is under Ukrainian control based on Ukrainian mapping. So these two sectors, the Ukrainians have captured maybe 400 meters advance in both sides. 400-500 meters advance in both sides. But they concede the entirety of Kusheriv here. And I just want to note as well, Ukrainian mapping have never acknowledged the geolocation of Russian forces at Petrivka, nor over at Rubizny and north of Zoloty Kolosias. They have never acknowledged it, which is why the Ukrainian mapping actually ends here. Which is why if you look at the Ukrainian Deep State UA's mapping, you will not have find this corroborated like this similar to that, because they have never acknowledged the geolocation. So I do not map just based on their claims alone. So we shall wait for more information like Ukrainian geolocations, airstrikes, FPV drone strike, of Ukrainian forces in that sector. The fact that there isn't any, just means that there's no intel to signify that the Ukrainian claims is actually true, and the last available intel is that the Russians were there. So which means the Russians were there. So that is based on the last available information. So that's how we work. Some of this position is over at Shakove. Ukrainian mapping have updated to show that they have lost this sector here as well. This area here is now taken by the Russian forces according to the Ukrainian mapping. So further movement of the Ukrainian mapping closer to the Russian claims towards Shakove. The advance in this sector here, is around 700 meters. At the furthest point is around 1.2 kilometers. So that is a region here. It's just full of a lot of tree lines, some foresty region. So we shall see how this continue to play out. There's one last frontline change over at Rodinsky. So this is a very tiny one. Geolocation of Russian forces over here confirms the Russians advance in this sector of Rodinsky as the Russian forces is plowing through the high-rise zone of this region here. So very tiny change. We're talking about not more than 100 meters advance by the Russian forces at Rodinsky. And so that's all. That's all of the frontline changes in the past 24 hours. And so we will do some calculation. So Ukrainians captured 1.19 square kilometers based on the claims. These are just the claims around this sector here in the Pokrovsk front. The Russians captured 2.3 plus 0.18 plus 2.04. Total area captured is 4.52 square kilometers. So that's all. Because of the severe lack of intel, maybe it was a Sunday, everybody went on the rest. There's not much information available. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys. And happy birthday to you if your birthday today. And I'll see you guys in the next update.